What's up, y'all? Friday night. Y'all know I'm back at it. So, just want to talk to y'all for a second. Real quick, brief, hopefully. Unless, you know how I do. I just go from the dome. Anyways, man. Not only have I heard this from somebody on my timeline just now, I hear this a lot. A lot of people say, there we go, we back. Devil trying to steal my message. Fuck that shit. Anyways, yeah, a lot of people say this, man. I'm gonna be lonely for the rest of my life and this and that. You know, what I told this person is like maybe well, was this what I told her? I said, how did I say it? I said not really, because you're learning how to filter out who's right and who's not right. See, a lot of people they go from relationship to relationship and they never learn shit. They don't take time to learn themselves, most importantly. You have to learn yourself, most importantly. You know, but what I was telling this person is she might pick the wrong guy right now. If she works on herself and focus on herself, she will become a better person. You know what I mean? She'll be a better woman. She'll become and by her being a better woman or, you know, growing as a person, she's going to pick better men. So let's say some of her friends, or we ain't even got to just say this person, any person. Let's say some of your friends right now, you know, you be like, damn, they got somebody, this and that. A lot of them people are not in the right, are not in the right space in their life right now to even pick somebody, but they did. So it seems like they winning or something like that. But what if that person would have waited longer? What if I would have been with somebody that I was with at 21 now? I'm a whole different person. You see what I mean? They would have got a whole different person. You know, that's all I'm saying. Like, some people rushing into this one and that one. And sometimes they with somebody right now. And then they run into somebody that's way better, but they can't deal with that person because they already with somebody. Because they wasn't patient. You know? I feel like the longer you wait, don't purposely wait. If you find somebody, fine. But say you didn't. Just keep moving. Why are you worried about it? I don't understand why people feel like they got to have somebody. See, this is part of the problem of people needing to work on themselves in general. That alone, not being able to be alone. That is a problem. Because now you're dependent on somebody. It's a problem even in relationships because you constantly dependent on the next person. And what if that person decides to leave you? You will fucking crumble. You will fall on your face. But if you are a person that can handle being alone, because you was able to handle being alone, I don't know why my nose keep itching, but you was able to handle being alone before you even met that person. Let's say that person leaves you, you'll be hurt, but you won't crumble, you won't fold. You know what I'm saying? You won't break. But I just feel like a lot of people, especially younger people feel like they're losing out because such and such got a boyfriend or girlfriend. Such and such is probably gonna get pregnant by the wrong person. Or have a kid by the wrong person. Meanwhile, you're sitting back, waiting, going to work, working on yourself, becoming a better person. And by the time you actually do run into the right person, you'll be ready for it. You know, they're just dealing with people. They're just experimenting with people. It's a good thing and it's a bad thing. I'd rather not waste my time on somebody. I'd rather just, if it was a choice to me, if God said, well, you can have a wife, but you got to wait until you're 35 or something. Fuck it. It is what it is. It's better than going through the experience of dealing with people that you was never supposed to be with in the first place, in my opinion. Some people don't see it that way. You know, you got a lot of people. Some women feel like, even some women, they'll feel like having different guys running through them, I thank God for that experiment. That wasn't God giving you that experiment. That was the devil lying to your ass. God didn't want a bunch of people running through you. Come on, man. It don't even make no fucking sense. But this is what people think. So, you know, I just feel like a lot of y'all focusing on the wrong shit, man. Focus on yourself, because if you can't learn to love yourself by yourself, how the fuck you gonna love somebody? How you gonna be somebody for somebody to love? You can't even love yourself yet. How do you know you can't love yourself? Because you constantly looking for somebody else to make you feel loved. Because if you loved yourself, you would want somebody, most likely, you know, most people, but you wouldn't need it. You wouldn't be out looking for it. You'd be finding other things. Let me work on this craft. Let me do this, my schoolwork. Let me do this stock trading, something. You'd be doing something. You would not be sitting around worried about some fucking men. And this is the most important thing. Most women and men, especially younger, they not even ready. So a lot of y'all younger women, this men ain't even ready yet. You might just bypass these motherfuckers. Don't even deal with a man right now. I wouldn't. If I was a younger girl, I would, unless somehow you meet like a high school person and y'all click. That's probably the best shit for real, if y'all want to know the truth. Because that's before people turn into motherfucking black-hearted people, you know, when they're in high school and shit. You know, they ain't really been hurt by a bunch of people yet. So they ain't really black-hearted like that. So that might be a good thing. But if not, I wouldn't worry about it. Because like I said, you're bypassing such and such getting pregnant by the wrong person. Let's take that person, for example. A lot of her friends who got men right now, some of them gonna get pregnant by the wrong motherfucker, or they with somebody who don't even care about them. Yeah, they say they boyfriend or girl, he probably fucking somebody else. Because he not ready. Ain't no fucking way. It's very rare that a man young as fuck ready. Even the man 30s. Some men in their 30s not ready to settle down. So you know in their 20s it's not happening. It's rare as fuck. And most of the men who actually do want one woman, they get shitted on, especially in a younger age, because it gets considered as he's boring or he's lame. Because he wants to just kick it with his girlfriend and not be out being a dumbass. You know what I mean? So them men usually get overlooked, and she goes for the party guys any fucking way. You know? But I wouldn't worry about it. I don't give a fuck if you 21 or you 41. Man, don't worry about if you not. Even if you was alone for the rest of your life, so fucking what? Love yourself. Because there's no guarantee that whoever the fuck you end up talking to is going to stay. That's no guarantee. Who told y'all that? Who told y'all there's a guarantee that you're going to get this wife or this husband? That's not guaranteed, dog. But I do know this. The better person you become, the better person you can attract, and the better you become at judging who the fuck is who. Because you ultimately become better, which makes your standards different. You start thinking differently. Some men, they have not reached that level yet. That's why they willing to just fuck anybody. I don't have to like her. I'll still fuck her. You know, I'm a man too. But I have to at least like a woman to fuck her. Like, seriously. But some men, nah, it don't matter. I just need some pussy tonight. I'm just going to stick my dick in this. Nah. That's somebody who has not grown yet. Some men going out. They got a girlfriend at home. They go out, sleep with a woman with no rubber, have kids by them and shit. How does that happen? How? There's no way I would sleep with a woman that I don't care about with no rubber. How does that happen? There's no excuse for it. It's too dangerous. That just shows you the level of that person, of how they really feel about themselves. They might look good or whatever. Status or whatever. Who gives a fuck? But still, at the end of the day, somebody who really cares about themselves is not going to do that. Nobody who cares about themselves going to sleep with somebody they don't really know like that or care about and possibly have a kid or catch an STD. It's not happening, people. Anyways, for the younger crowd on my list, man, even the older, but especially the younger, listen clearly. The longer you wait, the better, I feel. Because you're bypassing all the young men who just want sex because they think it's cool when they're younger. When you younger, you think it's cool to just how many women can I fuck? Some older men still on this dumbass shit, but especially younger. That's why I say it's childish. It is childish because you're still thinking with a 15-year-old mind. I don't give a fuck who feels I'm being disrespectful. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm just pointing out the obvious. It's childish when you think how many women can I fuck? How many likes can I get? How many people status and this? And that's 15-year-old behavior and thinking. I don't give a fuck what no man says. You're not getting paid for it. It's not paying your bills. You know what I mean? It is what it is. But anyway, younger crowd, especially younger females on my list. Listen, you're not missing out. I promise you. The women that got the men right now, they don't even know what the fuck they want. They don't know. How can they know what they want when they have not found themselves yet? It takes time to find yourself. Once you find yourself, then you'll know what type of woman or man you want. You really don't know when you're younger. You just think you know. And that's the problem. You think you know. Not only that, you're bypassing that. You're bypassing probably getting pregnant by the wrong person. Because let's not forget, these men that you're dealing with, they not ready. They're not ready. So what are you going to do? Date somebody way older than you? You could, but I think you should just try to stay closer to your age, to be honest with you. So I would wait. I wouldn't worry about it. I just keep improving myself. So while they start falling off 10 years from now, you be like, damn, what the fuck happened to them? And then you are way up here, you some fucking doctor or lawyer or some shit. Now you're going to attract better men. And now you know what the fuck to look for in a man. See, they chose men when they was younger in a childish mind. They didn't know what the fuck a real man was. Some people luck up, yes. They pick high school sweethearts and shit. Yeah, some, but it's very rare. You know, and the point is that people, you know, the reason why a lot of y'all are not being able to find somebody is because you're dealing with a bunch of men who are still childish like men. Nothing wrong with you. So don't think, oh, it's that girl's better than me or this guy's better than me. I can't forget the men, the younger men, because they go through this shit too. Don't think that. It's not really that half the time. It's just them people you dealing with. They're not ready. And even if you older, a lot of people flake on you this and that. Who gives a fuck? They don't know what the fuck they want or they want to talk to multiple people. Goodbye. It don't matter. Work on yourself because there's no guarantee that these motherfuckers is going to be there anyway. So why would I stop my progress, my self-progress for people, temporary people, or people who was never supposed to be there in my life in the first fucking place? If it's right, it'll work. You ain't got to fucking pull teeth to make somebody like you. It don't work that way. You know, usually, and even if they do like you, if they acting flaky and all that, they probably talking to multiple people. Then, which means they don't know what the fuck they want. Because if you know what you want, you'll know, like, all right, I like this one. I'm going to stop talking to everybody right now. This one's too good to, let me see what's going to happen with this one. You would stop talking to everybody. You wouldn't need attention from over here and over there. And that's what goes back to what I said about people not being able to be alone. This is a big trait when you're dealing with somebody you're in a relationship with. Because if they don't have this trait, this is why you get the cheating. This is why you get the flirting with this woman and that woman or this girl and that guy and this guy. Because they don't have the trait of just dealing with one person. It's not enough. Because they don't really love themselves. So since I don't love myself, I need others to make up for that. Or even worse, drugs and shit. Self-love is very important, dog. And you might not find it until you actually go through heartbreak. You might actually have to break up with somebody to find it. That's how I found it. But I'm happy it did happen. But nah, man, like a lot of y'all, especially younger women, you're in a perfect position. You just think you're not. You looking at your friends, oh, they look so happy with such and such. And half the time they be lying. You know how people do. They do it on Facebook all the time. Blow up they fucking relationship like it's on steroids, but really it's weak than a motherfucker behind closed doors. Because they not going to tell you, just like people do their life on Facebook, some people. Not everybody, but some people. They're going to make their life look better than what it is, but if you pay attention, every now and then they'll slide that little post in there, they struggling or something like that. And then all of a sudden they balling again. Nah, you just already said the other day you were struggling, motherfucker. I seen that post. You see? Nobody's going to tell you they doing bad. It's very rare people going to say, man, you know what, I'm fucked up in life right now. That's not what Facebook about usually. You know, most people not doing that. So that's what they doing to y'all, a lot of younger people. Even older people do this shit too. But I feel like younger girls shouldn't even have a boyfriend. Not even till like 21 if that. Man, fuck that. Focus on your life, man. You're not missing out on nothing. And if you pick a man now, you might pick the wrong one. Even if you're 35 years old and you're not quite established to finding yourself and loving yourself, you're probably going to pick the wrong guy. Because you're going to rush and pick somebody. You're going to be lonely. See, you lonely and you need a man and all this extra comfort and emotional stability. You need that when you're not a full person. You need it from somebody else. But when you're a full person, you want it from somebody else, but you don't need it. So therefore, I don't got to go out and deal with a man I know is cheat. Or if a man cheats, I can leave. I'll leave him alone. Because, yeah, it hurts that the dude cheat and I'm lonely, but oh, well, I'm not going to run back to him. I'm not going to stay with a cheater just because he cheated or I got his kid or something. See, this is the type of shit that happens when you don't establish yourself. Even women, yes, women should establish themselves because what happens? He gets you pregnant and he leave. Then what? Now you stuck. It's not good. Men, what happens if a woman leave? You're going to not want to, I don't even want to eat no more. I don't want to hit the gym no more. That girl left me, dog. I'm crying like a motherfucker. You know what I mean? That type shit, man. Because you didn't love yourself. So I say this, man. Whether you're younger or older, man or woman, especially young women, don't even worry about it, man. I'm telling you right now, because right now, the men that you see, the little boyfriends and all that bullshit, I'm telling you right now, a lot of these women, that's not even going to work. You're going to look back 10 years later, they're going to be divorced. Like I said, very few people pick child or high school sweethearts and shit. That's the shit. If you can get that, that's the shit. But it's very rare. So I feel like when younger women become better women, they understand what a man is more. They make better choices in what man they should choose. See, when you're younger, it's just, oh, he looks good. This and that. It's nothing important. But when you get older, yeah, you want somebody to look good, but you start looking at shit that matter in a man. And the same thing with men with women. And that's why when women get older, they struggle more with men. Because men, most of them, they start looking at other shit. Oh, it don't matter about just looks anymore. It's more to it than a woman. Then once that happens, a lot of these women only had to deal with looks. Only had to look good. That's it. And they was getting men. Now, you're in your 30s, you know, men are smartening up. Now you got to be able to cook and this and that. And most women, they can't do it. All they had to do is look good all their life, right? Even some men. Like, it was easy. All I had to do was have some muscle, a car, or something like that. You know, have a certain look, and women was fucking you and all this, right? But women get older. Women don't just want to come over your house and just fuck now. Nah, motherfucker. I got kids to feed and shit now. It's a whole nother level. Either you step up to the level or you're not getting no woman. That's what happens with a lot of men. A lot of them, they used to get all the women. And now they can't. They really ain't getting them because these women smartening up. They want more than just sex. Well, I mean, they probably wanted more anyway, but they understand more now because they're older women. They become better. So younger women, man, you ain't missing shit, man. Keep improving. You ain't going to be single forever, but I'll tell you this. If you start running and trying to look for a boyfriend now, you might. Because you might fuck around and get pregnant by the wrong motherfucker. And now it really is going to be hard because younger men don't even want a woman for one. They don't want to commit to a woman for one half of them. I say most of them. Then now you throw a baby in it. Some of them don't even want to take care of a baby if they had one at a younger age. The stakes is really fucked up for you now. And now you can't go to school. Now you got to find babysitters and all this shit to try to improve in life, go to school and all that. It just makes it harder. Bypass all that bullshit. All of it. I wouldn't even worry about no boyfriend right now. I promise you I would not. Unless you see that boy sticking to himself, really off, doing his own thing and really doing some grown man shit. Other than that, he partying and shit. For what? Don't even deal with him. I wouldn't even worry about it. They not winning, you winning. You in a perfect position. Just like older people, I'm lonely. All these such and such got all these friends. I'm lonely. Man, you in a perfect position. You ain't got to worry about people trying to talk about you, steal from you, plot on you, all that bullshit. Because a lot of popular people, yeah, they popular, but all they got is a whole bunch of snakes. And they can't even see who's who because they got so many motherfuckers in their life. That's not the type of life I'd want. You know, no different than famous people. They can't even go to fucking King's Island. You know, Shaq or somebody cannot go to King's Island in peace. They can't do it. If Tom Brady went to fucking King's Island, everybody be on it, including me. Oh, shit, that's Tom Brady. I'm over there. What the fuck? Tom Brady's in the building. Everybody be there. He can't even move. Motherfucker got to wear a mask to go fucking, he got to send somebody else to go get his groceries and shit. So popular ain't always what's popping either, man. So understand all these things. It's hard to understand when you're young, though, because you don't see it through the same lens. But when you get older, everything changes, including how you look at men. Everything changes. It gets better. It should, most people. But that's all I got to say, y'all, man. Whether you young or older, I wouldn't worry about it, man. What's the worst that can happen if you wait? Better things. So let's say, okay, don't have a girlfriend, right? Let's say that. Don't have a girlfriend. What am I supposed to do? Run out and marry somebody real quick, get them pregnant or something? It is what it is. If life was meant, if you trust God, it'll be the right way. If you don't, it's going to be the wrong way. Period, man. You ever rush something, a project? You're a project. You're a project of God. So when you start rushing, you're going to start putting shit together incorrectly. And then it's going to fall apart anyway. So why rush? Take your time, man. It's not your time. And half the people who look like, let's just say somebody bought a $70,000 car. It looks like he winning right now. Yeah, he winning. Oh shit. But you wait and you could probably get that car for a better price, or you might have way more money if by waiting, you know, and get a way better car. And he might just fall off because he didn't wait. He tried to bite off more than he could chew. And I feel like when you're younger, you're not even established in life yet. I feel like that's what happens when you start looking for relationships. Nobody who is not established themselves, I don't give a fuck if you're fucking 20 or 80. Nobody should be in a relationship if they're not established with themselves first. How the fuck a relationship gonna work without two full grown people? You are not grown yet. You 21. If somebody 21, they not grown yet. Not in my opinion. I mean, I guess you could have some, but man, you'd be a cold motherfucker. To be fully grown, you might be on your shit, but you're not fully grown up here yet. You're going to improve. You're going to become a much wiser person. So that's how I feel about it. But we live in a world where people want relationships and they can't even have an own relationship with themselves first. So, you know, they can't even take care of themselves, let alone getting with somebody else. You know, how you going to bring somebody else happiness and improve their life and you can't even do it for your own? So it is what it is, man. Just wait and keep improving. You'll pick a better person, man. That's how I feel. I feel like maybe God knows you're not ready, so maybe He's looking out for you. And maybe some people who do people dirty, that's their karma. You know, since you want to do people dirty, now I'm going to allow these things to happen to you. I'm going to allow you to have the wrong person. Sometimes God looks out for the good people. Like, I know you're a good person, so I'm not letting all these people that you think you might want, they're not really good for you, so I'm going to watch out for you. And that happens. That happens a lot. What if it was 10 badass women? You know what I mean? And they was all gold diggers or something. You know, but God's like, look, I'm going to look out for you because you're a good person. I'm not going to let that happen to you. But I see the other guys getting them all. But they players and they do women dirty and shit. So they probably will get it. You get what I'm saying? Or the devil can't use me, but he could use them. See that? Sometimes that happens. If you're a good person, the devil can't use you. I can't use, and that's why people like the wrong people sometimes, I think, a lot more than when they like the right person, because the devil can't use you if your intentions are good. Hey, I'm gonna try to find a woman and marry, blah, blah, blah. Your intentions are good. He can't use you. But if you a player, I'm just trying to fuck these hoes, dog, and this and that. He can use them guys. So he gonna reward them. They get rewarded. That's facts, man. So do the women. But that's it, man. I ain't got nothing else to say, man. Younger people, older people. It don't matter what age you are, man. Stop fucking rushing life, man. Nothing you could do about it. Learn to love yourself, and I promise you, yeah, you'll be sad sometimes, like, damn, I ain't got nobody or whatever. But you got yourself. Because even if you have somebody and you don't love yourself, you're not going to be happy. And that is the fucking moral of this whole story, I promise y'all. All y'all people looking for, you know, happiness and other motherfuckers and shit. I could look for happiness. Man, when I get $1 million, I'm going to be happy. Man, nah, fuck that. If I ain't happy now, $1 million ain't going to make me happy. I need to be happy now leading up to that fucking $1 million. You know, and improving and shit. I might figure out a way to make $1 billion by the time I reach the $1 million. Just giving y'all an example of something. So sometimes when people say I want a boyfriend or whatever, by the time you actually lead up to that, if you do it the right way, shit, you might be able to be a boyfriend and then a girlfriend, boyfriend, and then some. But a lot of these people, man, I promise y'all, man, they get in relationships prematurely, and they could be 30 years old and still not be ready because they never learned. This is what happens to a lot of women. I got to touch this. This happens to a lot of women. It probably happens to men too, but I know it happens to women. They go from relationship to relationship. They never learn shit. They so scared and terrified to be alone. Oh, I don't want to feel nothing. I don't want to feel pain. They don't learn. I'm telling you that single period where you break up with a long-term relationship and it really fucked you up, you learn a lot of shit. The most important thing, how to love your fucking self. You know what I mean? And you start to be like, you know what? I'm going to pick differently. I'm not going to just rush and pick. People rush and pick people and over and over again, the same results, because most people are not the right choice. It's not like you got a whole bunch of motherfuckers that's the right choice. Nah, it's really the opposite. You got a whole bunch of motherfuckers that's not the right choice. But nobody see it that way. Everybody think they got all these options. And don't let it be a woman that look good, because she really gonna be all fucked up. Because she gonna think all these motherfuckers really like her for her, and we all know that's not true. They like her because she look good and they want to fuck. Plain and simple. So it's really a curse as a woman looks. It's a blessing and a curse. Just like men with money and shit. You Kobe Bryant, everybody want to fuck you, but what if you wasn't Kobe Bryant? See? It's hard to tell. It's hard to fucking tell who the wife if I'm Kobe Bryant. Man, who the fuck do I wife? I got all this money and shit and all these women, but which one really like me for me? Because they all gonna act like they like you for you. You see? It's a fucking blessing and a curse, dog. Straight up, man. Done talking, man. Younger people, man, hold the fuck on, man. Stop rushing your life, man. Young and you older people, y'all need to fucking stop acting like you're young. Older people still acting like they're young. It's the same shit. Nothing changed. So I ain't even got to put younger people on this. I ain't got to say the word younger people. I could just say people in general. Because I see people in their 30s and 40s doing the same fucking shit that I see people at 20 years old doing. Same mistakes. Don't rush your life, man. Don't do it. Good things come to people who wait. And the more you wait, the longer it takes you to get that boyfriend or girlfriend, you know, the better off you're going to be. If you're doing what you're supposed to do and focusing on your life and improving your life, you're just going to become better for when the time does come when you find somebody. So here's how I can say this before I go. And I'm going to leave this shit alone. I promise y'all, man. Say you're a woman or man, right? Imagine you was, if you 20, imagine when you was 15. If you 30, imagine when you was 20. You 40, imagine when you was 30. Do you really think you would be better? It would be better for you and for a person if they met you then or now? Do you think you would pick better then or now? I know the answer when it comes to me. No way. I don't look at women the same back then versus now. No, I'm not saying I dogged them and shit like that, but if it came down to, all right, you only get one chance to pick a wife, and that's it for the rest of your life. Let's say that's how I was. I would have a way better chance now, and I'd be a better person for that person. You know. So some exes will say, oh, this person didn't change or that. That's not always true. Some people get better, you know. That's it, man. I don't got nothing else to say, man. That's for all y'all people, man. All y'all. You can only get better. So why rush in life? Anything. Some people say you should have had a house by now. Nah, I don't think so. I think when it happens, it's going to be perfect timing. It's going to be better. I see people who bought a house when we was 20. And now look, they're in a fucked up situation. Not all of them, but some of them. Versus me, I waited. Now I could literally, it's just a whole different ball game. Like sometimes it's best to wait. I see a lot of men who got married and had kids and now they're divorced and they regret it. They hate it, you know? And I was one of them people that didn't look at the way I look at marriage now versus then. I had no clue back then, you know, but I thought it was just something you should do, even though, and thank God I didn't do it. You see what I mean? Sometimes it's best to just hold the fuck up, you know, and wait. I used to see people have they bedrooms before me and all that. You know, a lot of people used to get things way before me as a child. But now I look at them, it's kind of like life is rewarding me now. It rewarded them at first, but now I'm getting rewarded. You know, no disrespect or offense. I'm just saying, it just seems that way. I'm out, man.